see spaghetti and meatballs staring at me. Spaghetti and meatballs staring at me. Get yourself a serving, maybe two. Talking Bulls basketball is what we do. Get your garlic bread and your dish of the week on spaghetti and meatballs. Oh yeah, spaghetti and meatballs. Don't forget the Parmesan cheese. All right. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with another episode of Spaghetti and Meatballs. Here to talk about your favorite team, host Trevin and John Z. What do you say there, buddy?
We're back. And I don't know about you. Is it just me, or is that theme song just like a warm wool blanket? Like
it just wraps you up. I know. And, we've kind of been experimenting with different ways the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And we've settled back into our old comfort zone. And, man, it hits the spot.
It feels right. Yeah. I told you, I love the All-Star game. I love three-point contests, the dunk contest. But, I'm at a loss Friday night, Saturday night. I'm looking for a Bulls game.
It's going to feel a little empty this weekend for sure. I know. I was thinking the same thing. There's not any action till next Thursday, actually.
On a positive, Vooch gets a couple days off.
Yeah, it really couldn't come at a better time.
And I know we'll get into a little bit more, but I'm hoping Demar gets 6 minutes total.
Yeah.
And I hope Levine doesn't play at all.
Not a minute. Let him do the 3-point contest.
And I know we talked a little bit yesterday post-snow what we thought, and we're just man, I'm hoping somebody within the order. It doesn't have to be Billy.
Somebody's got to let him know, half a quarter. Like you said, 6 minutes.
Zach, you don't do that.
And no Zach at all. Yeah, exactly.
But we haven't heard anything yet, which leads me to believe he's going to try to play.
Yeah, because I know he's a definite go for the 3-point contest.
Yeah, which I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but you would just figure that if he wasn't going to play, maybe they would try and find a replacement.
Yeah.
And like you said, there hasn't been any word about it.
So I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. You want to do our normal, we will do we'll see if we got anything on the text screen or the Twitter line. We'll jump into our shout outs and we'll kind of get into it.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. That sounds good.
All right. This one, Twitter DM. This guy's name is The Heat is On 420.
Oh boy.
So obviously we know what this is. This guy's a Heat fan.
Loves Pat Riley.
Yeah, loves Pat Riley.
Pat Riley fan.
Loves the Shactus and Tim Hardaway, whatever. So they're percentage points ahead of us for first. They obviously have the coach in the All-Star game, Spoelstra, Jimmy Buckets. Okay, so we're going to get into the quote.
Can't wait to hear this one.
Now, there's some profanity in this because he's South Beach.
I was going to say, I would expect nothing less.
The Heat is on 420. Thanks for Jimmy, you dumb bitches.
Oh, shit.
We ain't never going to relinquish first place. Trevin, I would shove a Cuban sandwich right up your Harvest Moon. And John, you little Martin Short lookalike, I catch you in Miami, and let's just say, shooter's going to shoot. See you in the playoffs, Poppy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about bringing the heat there.
Yeah, the heat is on.
Oh, man. Okay, first of all, you didn't get Jimmy straight from us.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get that clear. I've never looked at you and thought, hey, there's the Martin Short lookalike.
Yeah, I've never thought that either. I mean, maybe a little bit in Captain Ron, but
oh, I could see that. See that.
But I'm just concerned he's shoving a Cuban sandwich right up your Harvest Moon. I don't know.
That one is probably the most concerning.
But whatever.
Now they do things a little bit differently down there in South Beach, I guess.
South Beach bringing the heat. Will Smith said it. So you got anything on the text line, the Twitter line. I don't have any shout outs this week either. Kind of disappointed.
No, you know what? I've been so busy. I haven't even looked at that stuff. But you know what? Hang on. I think I got a call coming in here.
Okay, here we go.
I set this up. I was hoping that it was going to time out. He had a few other things going on. I wasn't sure.
We got a call coming into the show?
Yeah, we got a call. Let's see. Caller, you want to go ahead and say hi to John there?
Yeah, this is Boldacious Dude here. Yeah. Just wanted to say what an honor and privilege it is to be here with you guys today. So truly appreciate it.
The Boldacious Dude.
Yes. In the flesh, the Boldacious Dude is on the line. And I know that we've talked before, like, man, if I could talk to him, I got a few questions for him. So here's your chance.
Can I get into it?
Just jump right into it.
So I guess here's my question. He gave us a great sound bit last week, but Boldacious Dude, where are you from? Where are you?
Originally, I was born in Jugwater, Wyoming, which is, it's a little community, real tiny, like 200 people, up a little north of Cheyenne.
Oh.
And we moved around a lot. Yeah. Dad was a contract roadkill mover, so kind of depending on migration season, kind of depended where we moved to, but ended up near Park Rapids, Minnesota, which is where I currently am now. So yeah.
All right, so we got a fan up in the land of 10,000 lakes, huh?
Yeah, stretching up north, up into Timberwolves country.
Yeah, hey, I like when we poach.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
So here's a question. I know this show, this episode that this question's coming from. Trevin and I batted this around. I don't even think we aired this episode. This is one of our hidden vault episodes.
Yeah, on the lost tapes.
So those of you that know Trevin and I well, kind of know where we lie on this. Trevin, I'll say it. Trevin's a huge Boy Meets World fan. Me, I'm a little more Saved by the Bell. So the question here for you, Bodacious Dude, is who do you got, Mr. Feeney or Mr. Belding?
Oh, man. Oh, geez, you guys aren't messing around coming right at me there. I'm sure I'm going to divide your listeners here, but I'm going Mr. Feeney.
Oh.
Really not even a question.
Yes.
Belding just seems a little. I could get away with more probably if Mr. Belding was the principal, but I feel like I'd be more life prepared with Mr. Feeney as my principal. So
hey,
good.
Let's go with that. Let's go with Feeney for sure.
Okay, I know Trevor likes doing that one.
Yeah.
All right, I only got a couple more because I know we have some stuff we need to talk about. What do you think about Demar's historic run here? So we're talking it's 77 games, 35 points or more, shooting 50% more, or
just on fire. Just on fire.
Just on fire. Wilt Chamberlain, last person to hold that record.
What else can you say about the guy? He's absolutely dialed into 11 right now. Yeah. There's nothing I enjoy more right now than backing up a big fatty and just sitting back and watching some Demar just tear up the NBA.
True. He is.
Oh, man. This might be some of the most enjoyable basketball I've ever seen in my life. I also have some of the best weed I've ever had in my life.
Oh, geez.
Really, really clicking right now for me. It's pretty great.
Well, can't beat that.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, right.
All right, here, last question. And Trevin and I like to get a little bit out there. We, and several of our longtime listeners know, we have some avid texters we go back and forth about. You may or may not have heard of a Bulls boner. And that just means it's pre-game. We maybe have a big game, and you got a Bulls boner. So what do you do to get rid of a Bulls boner?
Oh boy, yeah. If I could figure out the correct answer for this one, I'd be set. because I know it's something that a lot of us struggle with.
Oh, so he is too.
The way I handle it is I just let it run its course. When you just get excited, you just go and find the appropriate content of whether you're into, Demar mid-range right now or Vooch doing his thing, but you just kind of see where it goes, and then afterwards, I guarantee you'll be satisfied. So that's usually how I.
Oh man, there's some
Okay.
Is he still there? I know if he hopped off, but we really appreciate you jumping on the show with us, Boldacious dude.
Oh no, man, that was awesome. I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. Keep up the good work. All right, sprinkle the cheese.
All right, Boldacious dude. Thanks a lot, man. Oh, that was good stuff. Good stuff
right there.
From a P1 listener.
So he kind of touched on it a little bit, and we always go back to you. He's your guy.
I know what you're going to say.
It was a line from the movie Blue Chips with Penny Hardaway and Shaq. Tony got busted shaving points, and he's like, he was my guy.
Yeah.
He's my guy. He's your guy.
That's when you say that to me, that's when I picture. And he just keeps doing it. He just keeps on doing it. And it's been a little over a year since the trade happened.
Yep.
And there's been some ups and downs. And right now it's at the peak. It's at the highest of the highs right now. He has not played better.
So, I mean, we said we're pregame show. We're going to mix in a little like the last week, but overall first half recap. And Vooch started slow, but right now, I mean, he's peak performer right now.
Yeah, I know. I can't. I was looking up some of his numbers. I can't remember them earlier, but over his last 15 games, it's almost like MVP like numbers.
And
not quite to that level, but the consistency of it is. It's exactly what they needed, especially with all the injuries going on.
So here's my other thing. And we're talking about recency bias. Kobe freaking White is playing out of his mind.
The birthday boy.
Turned 22 the other day. People are all over us.
Yes, remember that, people.
Yes.
22.
Just turned 22.
They're
all over us at the trade deadline. Well, let's trade him for Jeremy Grant.
What do you mean keep him? What do you mean?
I mean, he launched 6 threes the other night. He had 31 points and he was 22 years old. So why don't we just back it up and slow down a little bit?
Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
And just enjoy, because he's enough. It's just amazing how with all the pieces that have been in and out, like how they keep finding, whether it's this guy or that guy, someone's always stepping up and playing to their, absolute peak potential. And, credit to Billy Donovan for keeping it all together like that.
So we got Vooch, just playing out of his mind. We got Kobe, hot white.
Yes.
Obviously a big story, huge story. The first half has been the play of Io.
Yeah.
Just maturity level for a rookie, timely plays. He had the other night when we were texting, he had 4 dishes where I was like, dish of the week. And then you were like, dish of the week, dish of the week. It was just like.
Yeah, I know. It was back and forth because it is every time he touches the ball, you got to be ready for it because, he's mastered that little look off to the left or right or whatever and kind of shovel it the other way down low. And
I'm not going to call it the dish of the week, but he dribbles across the lane and just a little drop pass to Vooch for where's Jones?
Yes. I think that was one of them that we were both texting at the same time. Dish of the week. So what else you got on your first half recap that we haven't already touched on? Well, I mean, we just briefly touched on it there with the Boldacious dude, but I there's nothing else you can say about Demar that hasn't already been said, especially if his season wasn't good enough already. Then he goes out and does that for 7 straight games, which has never been done in the league, not by anybody, where you do 7 games of 35 plus points on over 50% shooting. And he's the first person to score score that many points over that amount of time with attempting less than 5 3-point field goals.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. I do want to say, and it's not that we are or the media is, it's just like, it's almost like Zach's getting overlooked right now. He's still putting in an all-star season campaign. But it's just like with Demar, MVP, 7th in MVP.
Yeah.
This record just balling out of his mind, and you forget about Zach, especially like we said, recency bias. He's missed the last 3 games.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true because Demar has definitely gotten, if you were to look at like 100%, Demar has gotten about 75% of the conversation.
Right.
And Zach's gotten the other 25, but he's putting up just as good a numbers as he did last year, and the way that those two play together, really the whole team, how they all just kind of gel together. But yeah, that's a good point. He's definitely, his play is, and I've probably been guilty of it myself a little bit.
No, so have I. I mean, so let's look at these last 5 games. To me, and you and I talked about a pregame show, we got a little bit of a tough stretch coming up. These 5-game winning streak was absolutely crucial.
Yeah, that was huge that they got all 5 of those. And I was reading a little article how Billy kind of challenged them, in that stretch, like, hey, if you want to be a contending team, you got to get all of them. And they went out there and did that. So
yeah, I love hearing that.
Yeah.
All right, here's a question for you. Have you heard anything on the injury front from any of the following 3? Patrick Williams, Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso. Have your guy, and I'm not going to throw your guy under the bus again. Your Xbox League,
he's all good with it. He kind of likes a little bit of the spotlight every
Yeah, I know. I remember that time we were playing Jenga in your backyard, and he was like,
yeah.
I don't want
it got a little out of hand.
A lot of hand with the Jenga.
But yeah, I just talked to him a little bit ago. We were supposed to meet up for lunch. We couldn't. So we ended up just kind of doing a quick little, over the phone thing. But Patrick Williams is on track. He is looking good. He's feeling good. The team is loving what they're seeing.
That is music to my flipping ears.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great review. And then Caruso, I'm hearing that he's starting to get a little shooting in.
Okay, hey.
So the wrist is recovering. The surgery, again, I know we've talked about it, but it went well, and everything again is on track. Lonzo, I haven't heard any specifics so much other than it's going good, and he's still on track, like end of March return. So
hey, those are 3 as far as updates go. And one thing I also want to tell people is you bitched at us, you commented, are we going to make a move or what? We're making 3 moves. It's calling getting 2 starters and a 6-man back. So yeah, we're making huge moves.
Yeah, getting healthy. That's our move.
One thing we didn't talk about, and I know this isn't like pen to paper, ink to how are you going to say it? Tristan Thompson coming to the Bulls.
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, we haven't discussed.
We had another text group say it, and I'm not going to get into this mother effer.
It doesn't matter. He won't hear you anyways.
Yeah, he doesn't listen to the pod. So, hey, Todd, we're talking about it. All right. But I think what he adds, it can't get worse than Tony Bradley. True that. Or Tyler Cook.
Yeah.
So I think he brings a legitimate. Before he got traded, like you made a great comment yesterday. Before he got traded from Sacramento to Indiana, he was putting up some nice numbers.
Yeah. I think it's a great signing, and I remember when that deal happened, and kind of hearing some, fluttering that he might get bought out. And if the Bulls didn't make a move, which they didn't, I thought he'd be a perfect option for him, and I'm pretty happy that they were able to make it happen.
Well, to me, it's like if we're serious about contending, we're going to have to go. A lot of people, I think, overlooking Milwaukee.
Yeah, I agree.
So right there, we think Greek Freak.
Yeah.
Philadelphia has been giving us fits. You got Joel Embiid. And then lurking down there are the Nets, who've got a 7-footer that can stretch the floor, and Kevin Durant. You can't put Vooch on any of those three.
No, that's going to end bad every time.
And you can't. We tried to put Tony Bradley on it, and that also ended poorly.
Yeah.
So the front office had to make a move. He was the best front court player available. I applaud the move. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think that's, I mean, all things considered, what was available to him, I don't know if there was a better option. So, and the experience, the playoff experience, and all that, that's only going to help. And I don't think it's, I would just assume that he'll fit right into the locker room, and that won't be an issue. So
I've never heard he's a chemistry guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a problem in the locker room or anything. So excited about the move. Overall, I just think this first half of the season, we couldn't have asked for anything more. Just amped up every night to watch the team play. They're young, they're explosive, but they got some veteran. I just pumped up about this team.
Yeah. I mean, really, our excitement has not wavered since the first week. Adversity thrown at them, they respond in different ways. There was a 9-game winning streak in there.
Couple rough patches.
What's that?
So there's a couple rough patches.
Yeah, exactly. But once again, they responded. They found a way to figure things out. And I haven't said it on this episode. I think maybe I did on the last one. But I'm excited to get Lonzo Ball back because the way that he makes that whole team run and on the break and everything, I'm excited about getting all of them back. But that is when they are at their peak offensively, when he is running the point. So, yeah.
Just a lot to look forward to second half. You going to watch the Rising Stars game tonight?
I think for the first time, maybe ever. Yeah, I am, because I'm excited to see Io out there. Is that first and second year players?
Yeah, first and second year players.
And they changed up the format a little bit this year, huh?
Yeah, I didn't even know. Like, it used to be USA versus the world.
Yeah.
I don't know, how are they doing it?
Now it's like a 4-team round robin thing, I guess. I don't know where they had it was like Gary Payton was the coach, Rick Barry. I knew
Gary Payton because he had said how he's going to pick his brain, and we had both boners for that.
Oh yeah. So they did a draft, and of course, once again, he got drafted much lower than I would have drafted him. But
still a top 12 pick.
Yeah, right. I forget though who was on his team. It was.
We can look it up. We'll tweet it out.
Yeah, we'll tweet it out there. But yeah, I'm excited to watch him out there.
And I know we talked about this last episode, but like, Joel Colley from the Sun-Times tweeted out that they redo the draft now, and he's a top 10 pick, if not higher.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's like, you always hear those stories in sports, like the Draymond Green getting drafted like 39, and so it's like, oh, man, why can't our team find that,
And the Bulls kind of always have with Taj Gibson, Jimmy Butler at the end of the first round.
Yes.
Type players. So
yes. And yes, the old regime was not. That was the one thing they were good at.
Yeah,
finding that talent in that 20 to 40 range. So,
but nothing like this.
No, not at all. So.
All right, I think our sponsor is gonna jump on. So we're gonna have Jesse in here from WagerHub888.com giving us. There's no Bulls game, so we told him, broaden your horizons a little bit. He can look at some college cards. I don't know if you've been putting any money out there lately.
Well, I did a little bit on the Super Bowl and came up a little empty-handed on that one.
Yeah, me too. I just had some tickets, and
yeah, that's when I had a couple of squares. I had a 0-0. I was
pumped about.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about that, but. Yeah, nothing. Not the orange Gatorade didn't hit either, Jesse.
Yeah, orange Gatorade. There was like the over-under on the anthem at 237, and I was like, it's gotta go under.
He had a couple of them right though.
Yeah. So I don't know. I texted this beat to jump on.
Yeah, what was the Bulls over-under wins at the beginning of the season?
It was less than 50%, or like right around. So was it like 40.5 or something?
Something like that. So what? We're going
to cash that ticket.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're only a few wins away from getting that one.
We need to go back to our first episode and see because we were like, all right, we're putting everything on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'm going to watch the Rising Stars game, and I'll definitely. Who do you like in the 3-point contest?
Who's all in it? I really only know that Zach's in it.
I'll bring up the. Let's see. All right, I'm going to read off the contestants to you, okay?
All right, let me hear him.
All right, we have Trey Young, Carl Anthony Towns,
Ooh, Cat.
Zach LaVine, and Fred Van Fleet.
Oh boy.
Who you taking?
It's hard to go against Trey Young if he gets hot. But
I'm going, you know what? And they always give us crap for being a bull show. I'm going with Van Fleet.
all right, that's a good choice. He can fire him up from 3. I like how Cat's in it.
Yeah, that's a big guy in it.
Yeah.
Kavanaugh said he's not in front of a computer. He's blaming me for not sending an invite. Whatever, blow me. So I guess we'll wrap up a little early tonight, but great first half.
Great first half. Yep.
And I guess we're putting a Parmesan on it. Trevin's going to put some money on Trey Young, and I'm going to throw a little bit of money on Van Fleet to win it. I don't know about the dunk contest. I don't know how I feel about Cole Anthony being in it. I've never seen this dude like crazy dunk.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting selection. Must have had a lot of people say no to it.
Yeah, I was like, well, how is
Oh, that's I'm looking up the roster here for the Rising Stars. And Io is with LaMelo,
okay?
Scotty Barnes,
Fucking
Chris
Scott.
Duarte, Scott Henderson, Bones Highland, Jonathan Kaminga, Jaden Daniels, and Davian Mitchell. So, but him and LaMelo will be fun to watch together.
Oh, for sure. Well, whatever.
What are you looking up the dunk contest?
Oh, I'm just texting Kavanaugh.
Oh, all right. What do you is there an over/under on the All-Star game?
Well, I wish our guy was on to tell us.
Right?
I don't know.
These burning questions.
He's saying he never got an invite. I'm seeing it right here. To Trevin, to Jesse.
Knucklehead.
Yeah.
321.5.
321. That might go over. We're saying only 160.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you'd still maybe think over with that.
No, 321 and I'm staying away from that.
Yeah.
Well, Trevin,
John,
for today, as always.
that's Al Dente.